So I went a little crazy with the Flow magazine books. They have more than this, I think. But I saw one, then I saw another, and yeah, I took to Mercari and I took to eBay and Amazon, and I got these 5 books. I have another one, but it's more drawing related. I've been meaning to look through them and see which one I kind of want to dedicate some time to. So I've got 5 here. The first one is Creativity Takes Courage. The next is My Perfectly Imperfect Life. Then there's The Big Book of Less, Finding Joy Living Lighter. This one says, A book that takes its time, an unhurried adventure in creative mindfulness. And then finally, A Book That Loves You, an adventure in self-compassion. And I got this one at Barnes & Noble, surprisingly. And there's so many, and they have so many activities in them, and I really can't decide which one I want to look at, which one I want to do first. Which one do you want to pick first? Let's start with My Perfectly Imperfect Life since it's here at the top. So it's a flow book, My Perfectly Imperfect Life, 127 exercises for self-acceptance. So we got some different chapters here. Let's see, My Perfectly Imperfect Work, Adventures, Home, Creativity, Family, Body, Friends, Self. This is so true. Adulthood always sounded so nice as a child, but once it came, it was a bit different than we imagined. Instead of more freedom, we created new rules for ourselves. Things like don't be late, always remember someone's birthday, find a good job, always have a tidy home. That is something I relate to so much because when I was a kid, I couldn't wait to grow up and move out of my parents' house. And so this is kind of like a workbook. You can see there's a lot of journaling, writing and drawing, draw today's lunch. I think it's kind of like about just making notes about your life, meditation, emotion. What are some activities throughout your day that could be meditative? I love the illustrations and the art. Look at how these ice cubes look. I just love that. I had to go change my sweater because those buttons were driving me insane. So this is more like in the journal avenue. It's a lot of journaling and making notes about your life. I'm not completely sure this is what I want to do right now. So the next one is Creativity Takes Courage, Dare to Think Differently. Let's see what the summary is about. So this book is to help you slow down and quiet self-doubt. This beautiful and fully interactive gift of a book brings together inspiration, hands-on projects, imaginative activities, and special paper goodies. And so we've got Dare to Fail, Dare to Start, Dare to Sleep More, Dare to Be Bored, Be Quiet, Team Up. To create one's own world in any of the arts takes courage. We can be successful only when we take better care of ourselves. This is a daily project notebook. Let's take a look at this, because I'm always making notebooks of projects. I don't want to ruin it. So it's just kind of like day one. If we can get it back in there. This one, this is like a picture frame, so you can make a picture. Oh, some postcards, cute. Meditating. So I kind of feel like this is a workbook, just like the other one, but in a different way. I like the idea of this one right now more than the other one. I like the other one a lot, but this one seems more in the vein of what I want to do right now. Next, we have A Book That Takes Its Time, an unhurried adventure in creative mindfulness. Do you guys have any of these books? I really want to get some of the magazines because they make like a magazine for paper lovers. And they have a bunch of different craft books and things like that. Let's find the contents. Contents. The time is now, time to breathe, time to learn, time to create. So this book is about taking time. It's a mindfulness retreat. I definitely see way more articles in this one than maybe in the other ones. Unfortunately, this one has like some oil stains from the glue. Oh, I love this picture. Buttercup. A mallard with her ducklings. Feeling stressed? Turn that frown upside down. Even if your smile isn't quite genuine, you'll soon feel better. So basically, smile. Fake it till you make it. That's so true. These books are so pretty, it's like you don't want to mess with them, but Also, yes, I do. Just kind of like a taking stock. Where do you feel loneliness in your body? What are your favorite things to do when you are on your own? How to console someone. I like this one. Not sure if it's the one I want to pay the most attention to, so let's keep going. The next one is The Big Book of Less, Finding Joy in Living Lighter. So we have chapter 1, less stuff, less information, less remembering, less control, less doing. I think this book is more about like letting go. Declutter in 52 weeks with a little decluttering book. So there's a lot of articles and interviews with other artists, it seems. Sometimes you have those dreams that you keep awake until you carry them out. I definitely relate to that. I have things that nag at my mind that I want to accomplish in my life. How to make a bucket list. Pretty. Looks like they just have some art that you can frame. Fold a tiny house. It's fun. Okay, so this one is pretty good. I feel like right now it's kind of neck and neck with this one. And I think it's Creativity Takes Courage. I think those are the two that are in the running. And finally, for now, we have A Book That Loves You. It's got some pretty gold foil. So, love your active brain, love your imperfect body, love being alone, love your unique mind, love your idle time. So this is obviously a book about loving yourself. We have some more postcards, some moments to take stock, a DIY paper flower, looks like some bookmarks, a sketchbook. They have such awesome little activities. Oh. How to fail. Ooh, I've done this on one video before. It's like a sticker painting thing. I think this is where I initially saw it before I saw those books at Goodwill. And that's why I was like, hey, I think I had flipped through this and saw it. And I was like, that looks cool. This is a user manual so you can get to know yourself. About what you're like and how people can better understand you. Oh, we got a little banner. This one, I like this one too. Darn. I think it's between these three that I need to pick from, and then I want to do the book with you guys. Which one though? Which one? I don't know. Should we just do Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Moe? I think we'll do this one. Which seems like a pretty vulnerable topic to start with. A book that loves you, an adventure in self-compassion. So let's get started. Today is the day. There's no other day but today. This book belongs to... I don't want to write my name in it. Should I? And you can see my handwriting isn't beautiful, but isn't that the whole point of doing these books, is just to kind of be yourself, even if it's not perfect. So I think we'll start with chapter 1. Love your active brain. So it asks, what are some of the little things you acknowledge and celebrate about yourself? Go ahead and give some compliments. And they have some examples of what they love about themselves. Their creative brain. My mood swings. I don't think that that's something I love about myself. What are some things I acknowledge and celebrate about myself? When I was in 8th grade, there was a girl who told me that my style was functified. And she said that because I was wearing, I think it was olive overalls with the straps down. And I was wearing a red hoodie with some white lugs that didn't fit me. They were my older sister's. And I just looked kind of crazy. And I've always kind of looked a little crazy, I guess. Like my style has never been like refined or trendy. My house is really colorful and kind of unusual, I guess, out of the ordinary. Even though that girl was kind of joking, I am functified. So I think we'll put that down. I'm functified in yellow. So what's something else? I am goofy. Like I'm a little bit clumsy. I'm a little bit silly but like I'm goofy. I like to make jokes. I like to be funny. So I would say I'm goofy. I'm kind of going along with what they're doing where it's like my mood swings. It's like okay, you wouldn't normally think that that's something you would love about yourself, but kind of like own it, you know? I think another thing might be that I still dream. I still have hopes and dreams that are beyond my everyday life. I'm a dreamer with ideas. I think this kind of goes along the lines of I'm goofy, but I kind of have like a childlike air to me, and I'm still curious about people and places and things, and I still want to learn. So I would say I'm childlike. Now we need one last one. I would say one that I can't help is that I'm simple. I'm kind of like a jeans and t-shirt kind of person. My interior style is definitely not simple. I love color and vintage stuff and kind of like funkier items. But in other ways, I'm very simple and I have like one pair of shoes and I'm not very like frilly or frou-frou-y, I guess. And that's just kind of who I am naturally. I can't make myself be someone else, so I would say I'm simple. And they have this pretty picture of this gal up here. Some postcards. So once we read through the articles, we get to these activity pages that are part of this chapter. Oh, collect pretty buttons in one or more colors, arrange them in a way that makes you happy, and then draw them. Let me get some buttons. I just so happen to have a bunch of buttons because my grandma left me her sewing machine. Well, she didn't leave it to me. I kind of picked it out when we were going through her things after she died. And it came with all these buttons. So let's pick a few. Let's try and keep it simple though. Okay, I picked one more so it doesn't look strange with only 4. That looks terrible. I feel like I'm not a very good button drawer, that's for dang sure. This one looks like not a button at all. Like what's happening there? What do you think, guys? Did I nail the buttons? I would say definitively no. But it's interesting to arrange buttons in a way that makes you happy and draw them. We'll try again. I think we'll try again. Okay, so we're back on another day. I tried to draw a button again to prove that I could. It's a little rough. And we're going to move on to the next one. It says, glue a shopping list or receipt here and draw the first 5 items on the list. So I didn't buy 5 items, but it is a receipt. So I think that counts. And I bought some white vinegar, some ant killer, natural ant killer, and a coconut water. So let's try and draw this stuff, shall we? I'm going to put a reference up because I don't want to go get the vinegar. All right, so for the vinegar, we've got a little cap, and the bottle kind of goes down. Okay, that's slightly crooked. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Vinegar. Oh my gosh, that looks so accurate. Except not really. The next thing I bought was some toilet paper. Okay, that looks like toilet paper. Okay. I think doing this shows me how rusty I am at drawing. I don't draw much anymore. Next we have the ant spray. And this ant spray is like natural. It seems like it's made of a bunch of essential oils like geranol. So this is where it gets more complicated because it has like a nozzle at the top. So it's kind of like, okay, that's kind of looking like it. And they had like a little ant on it. I think when they made this task, this idea, they probably had like cute things like apples and bread. Not toilet paper and ant killer. Gosh. And then the last thing I got was some coconut water. Because I've been pretty dehydrated lately. I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos, you probably have been able to tell that I'm like, "Arr." Okay, that's my shopping list. Is it the cutest thing you've ever seen? No, I would say not. Next is cut out shapes from pretty pieces of paper and glue them down like a garland across the bottom of the page. So we're going to need our glue stick. And I went and got some sheets of paper out of my locker where I have everything. These are some descriptions of honey. My sister ordered me like a sampler of honey from Tennessee where she lives. I also bought a vintage art book at a antique store recently, and it had these papers inside of it. Like, they weren't part of the book, they just happened to be inside. And I also got this bag when I bought some paintbrushes recently. So I figured we could do something with this and make some garland. This is kind of an older string. Coates and Clark's Boil Fast. And it's in this blue color. Okay, that's our string. The purple glue will dry clear. Why don't we cut out some triangles from this? I'm just cutting the backs off because I didn't realize they had this seam running through them where the paper is glued together. So we just need the front triangles. I kind of wish I had like one of those puncher things where you can punch out shapes. I feel like that would be ideal for this. I think we're going to do like a line along the top of each triangle. Two. Okay, so we have our banners so far. And then we're going to take this and glue it along the top of each one where it hits the string. Okay. My mom had a birthday a couple of years ago, and my sister and I decided to make all the decorations. So I made the garland. Oops, I got water on it. And it was basically like string with circles glued to it. And my sister made like these things that would hang from the ceiling. It ended up looking so cool. So I want to do like something in between. We also have this one. I'd like to use this one to add some flavor to it. Let's get this little guy out of here. Let's see. It is a squirrel. He's a little thick. Let's like get down there. I want to cut out some of these flowers. I could have made this easy on myself by making the triangles out of like a patterned paper, but I thought that would be too safe, too easy. And if I'm drawing vinegar, I gotta at least try here, you know. There's these little green ones. Get some green flowers. If you were doing this and you had used the same selection of papers, what would you have done? How would you have made the garland? I'm sure there's a billion different ways I could have done it. First we'll start on the edge. I think we'll put this leafy one over here want the leaf to kind of point in. Move the red one in. I think we'll do these here to kind of frame him, our little guy. I hear the garbage man coming. I'm so excited. Never have I been so excited for the garbage man to be in my neighborhood. Yeah, I've been so tired from work, I've just been forgetting to take my trash out. So I'm excited he's here. But here we are. Ignore all the glue smears. It's cute. So we didn't end up using these. I wanted to kind of use them like as shapes on here, but I was thinking that's going to look janky because I can't cut out perfect circles. But it makes me want to get one of those punchers. That's a good idea. Get puncher. And we come to the one I've been avoiding. Empty all the items from your handbag, arrange them in a line, and draw them. I only have one thing in my handbag, but I can draw that for you. So here it is. It's my wallet. I had it for a really long time, like 10 years maybe. My uncle gave this to me. He actually didn't give this one to me. So I have two sisters, and he gave each of us one of these wallets. And he gave me a blue denim one. And I really don't like the color blue. So I told my sister, like, I don't like the color blue. And she was willing to trade with me. I was really surprised because why would you want to give up the black one, Black one's the best one. Just fix this thing because it was all twisted. It's the only thing that's in my bag. I should probably get a new wallet at some point, but I just keep my cards in it. Let's try and draw it. Let me try and redeem myself. You know what we should do? Let's do this in a continuous line drawing. Have you heard of that? It's where you just keep going. You just keep drawing the line. I feel like that will relieve like the pressure I feel to do a good job. I just want to be free. Be free, but also practice my drawing. Okay, so let's do a continuous line drawing. We're going to start up here at the corner. Oh, you know what we should do to up the ante? A continuous line drawing without looking at the paper. So basically, I'm only going to be looking at the wallet. Okay, I'm going to show you the angle I see it at so you can kind of understand my perspective. I don't want you to be like, wow, that's... Okay, I'm not going to look down here. Okay. Okay. Oh. You know what? I honestly like it more than if I had tried really hard and looked right at it. So there we go. We did one set of pages. Should I try this again as a free line thing? I didn't put these away. Let's try it. Free line, or not free line, continuous line. No looking. Okay, let me get rid of this button. Okay. Oh, okay. I like how it looks, though. I'm not mad at it. I feel like you could do something interesting with these kind of lines as opposed to something like this. Maybe I should just be a continuous free line drawer. Like, that's that's my realm. All right. So there we go. I will see you next time. Bye.